And the Prophet ﷺ said that he comes with Al-Jannah, or not Al-Jannah itself, the likeness of paradise, the appearance of a paradise. And he said that his Jannah is actually fire. His paradise is actually fire. And in another narration, the Prophet ﷺ mentioned that he has these two flowing rivers. And there's no contradiction between the two narrations here, because the Prophet ﷺ is presenting what he's saying very specifically is that he's got these rivers of lava and burning and fire, right? And he's saying, this is hellfire. And then he's got these rivers flowing, of musk and of milk, the image of which, he says, this is my Jannah. You know what the Prophet ﷺ said? He said, if one of you sees that, if you get into a situation where you're standing right in front of him and that's what you have to do, the Prophet ﷺ said, lower your gaze, close your eyes, put your head down and drink from the boiling water. And he said, I swear it will be cool water. His Jannah is not, and his not is Jannah. It's flipped. SubhanAllah, don't be deceived by what's being put out in front of you like that. And people have to ask themselves, what motivations and weaknesses Dajjal preys upon that could be within us. And this is what I want to end with. The deception of Dajjal cannot happen without the deception of dunya and the deception of the devil. Can't. The allure of dunya is one of zinatul hayat dunya, right? It has appearances, but we can't see past appearances. People become relegated to the material world. They can't see past it. And the promise of the devil is what? That the consequences are not going to be that bad. If you boil down the deception of shaitan, the deception of the devil is what? That the consequences of your deeds you should not think about, because it's not going to be that bad, right? The pleasure that you're going to enjoy right now is greater than any possible consequences you might face. That's a mindset, that's a weakness that's exploited and that grows. And so then the final piece of that is simply a presentation of what you want to jump into. And we have to resist as the world becomes shallower and our senses become more distorted, falling prey to that type of stuff. And thinking about the long-term consequences and thinking about purpose when it's so easily diluted, and thinking about why we exist when it's so easily diluted, and thinking about the hereafter when we can't see it and we don't have 3D graphics or actors or movies, and thinking about Al-Jannah wa Nar, thinking about that meeting with Allah, thinking about that meeting with the Prophet ﷺ, thinking about that idea of being held accountable, and thinking about that idea of reward and punishment. You got to see through it all and remind yourself that I can't turn my senses into something that's divine, nor can I put my trust into tools that are becoming ever more deceptive and deceitful. May Allah protect us from all of the fitan that we are surrounded by, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to develop that strong sense of faith and certainty that we see through deception, and that allows us to act in that which is pleasing to Him. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward us for the best of our deeds and forgive us for our shortcomings. Allahumma ameen. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروا إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.